everybody, Taylor Parnell here. Welcome back to our channel. I'm so excited to have you guys here because today we're going to be going over how to deal with those behavioral problems. So if you're excited for today's video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel down below and all those bell notifications are turned on so that you never ever miss a video with us. Let's get into today's video. So you guys, I want to get into this a little bit deeper just because the first thing you need to think about is dogs need that mental stimulation. They need physical exercise. They need to get their energy out, okay? Now, why is that important? One, your dog needs to enjoy itself, you know, get the energy out, move its body like we all do to stay healthy, correct? Now, what's also super important is when you're going into those training behaviors and really trying to teach your dogs about what you want to do with them and retraining them and doing those different circuits, you're giving them the ability to kind of level up their thinking method. Meaning so when I'm throwing the ball or the frisbee or stuff like that for my dogs, it's really great because it's giving them that energy. It's letting them get the energy out, enjoy those things. But when we go into obedience training and we learn different tricks and tips to be able to better serve our dogs, you will see your dog actually start to get smarter. And what's really amazing about that is as your dog starts to learn those things, they'll be able to, you know, better calm down, not feel that they need to have that urge. So again, a lot of that boredom comes from you not doing anything with your dog. Your dogs need that extra stimulation. They need to be a dog sometimes. But at another point, they need to also have the way of thinking, you know, leveling up, putting those pieces of the puzzles together, really finding themselves and understanding what they want to do for you. So let's talk more about that. Let's take it, you know, a few moments back, especially for those of you that have puppies out there. Congratulations. This is one of the most rewarding moments and the exciting moments. And those of you who maybe rescued a new dog or just got a dog, this is an amazing opportunity because when you get that fresh canvas or you're going to start doing and implementing things with your new dog, you have to remember when you start letting your dog do something, gonna get used to doing that thing, unfortunately, you guys. Just for example, when you get your puppy and it starts pulling on your pant leg and you're tugging on you, your puppy is gonna learn to do that in the future if you don't stop and correct that behavior. Same thing goes for when you have a cute little puppy snuggling with you on the couch and then all of a sudden one day you got this 60-pound dog and you no longer want it on the couch. You know, don't get me wrong, we always have these different moments in our lives when we're kind of changing or debating between these things, but the most important thing for you to decide is what you want to see and to have from your dog and to establish that from the get-go. When your dog comes into your home and is with you, as much as you want to be lovey and cuddly, which is a great way to have that extra bond, you also want to make sure that you're establishing those boundaries, okay? And that's what's so great about obedience training. When you start to establish the boundaries with the obedience training, you start to use those treats, correct those unwanted behaviors, reward those good behaviors, your dog's going to have that communication as well as your puppy to be able to better understand what is something good and what is something bad. So let's go ahead and get it into as far as what we're going to do when we want to uncorrect that bad behavior or teach them the proper behavior. So we have a few ways of correcting those unwanted behaviors, and I just want to use the example of, you know, let's say your dog's jumping on people. You know, when you maybe have a new friend coming through the door and they open that door and they get all excited and the dog starts jumping on them, instead of encouraging that moment and not even doing anything about it, let's correct that behavior. Now there's two ways to do it, right? You can either teach your dog what you want them to do, meaning when your dog starts to jump onto someone, you can tell them no, recorrect them, bring them next to you and tell them sit, and every time that someone comes through that door you can have them sitting with you, right? Or you can start using that corrective behavior that we started doing with the Envirox collar, which you guys know I love this collar. It has so many different modes and features, and you guys know we have the rewarding beep and we have the sensation that's going to be more of a corrective behavior. So I think this is a great tool for you guys to decide, but once you're going to decide what is your corrective behavior and what your tool is, you gotta stick with it. Consistency is key. These are animals of habit. Their natural habit is to continuously do the same thing every single day if you haven't noticed already. So make sure you stick with what you want and go to that goal. So let's talk about more examples. So when we're trying to correct those unwanted behaviors, you guys, it's very simple and it's something that, again, like I said before, you just need to stay consistent with. So Bruce is sitting here next to me and I want to reward that behavior. So I'm going to use my beep and give him a treat. Good boy, Brucey, good boy. This is rewarding him for that action of what he's doing. Now remember, when you choose what your let's say corrective moment is, let's say maybe you're using a leash, okay? Maybe you have the Envirox collar and you're like, I'm gonna go for that. Definitely comment down below what you guys use and you can better understand what you're gonna do. Here we use the corrective as the vibration and the static. Now what's super important here is if Bruce, let's say, starts to jump on that person in the front door, whatever you're choosing, whether it's the vibrate or the static, you're gonna continuously hold that motion when the dog is doing that unwanted behavior, you guys, okay? Now, when the dog stops doing the unwanted behavior, you release it, you use the corrective, like the more positive behavior to reward him and to bring him back to you so that he knows that he's getting a treat. Every time he hears this beat, Brucey, you got distracted. There's some dogs walking behind, which this is also something that I wanted to get you guys understanding is as you start to work more with your dogs and you start to see that they're understanding what you want and not as a distracted area, you want to move to those different distracted areas, whether there's dogs walking by, people, cats, those are great ones, right? You want to bring your dog into those moments so that they can understand what you're looking for them and you can see what their trigger point is. And you know, let's say they hate cats and they always chase after cats, right? The day that they listen to me versus the cat, that just shows to me that what we're doing is working, right? So as you gradually make those steps, you're gonna better see not only your dog is listening more to you, but you're gonna have better communication with them too. I really wanna put emphasis on this for you guys. I want you to truly remember, patience is key, okay? All of these things that we're teaching you here on this channel is gonna come from repetition. It's gonna come from your dog understanding everything step by step. Now remember, you're gonna be doing this and it's not gonna happen in just one get-go. Your dog's gonna peek, the light bulb's gonna pop on and everything's gonna make sense and they're gonna listen to you forever. No, everything is a training process. Everything needs to take time. Remember, when you're doing your training sessions, make them short, sweet, simple, end on a good note, remind them of what you're looking for. If you don't have patience in that moment, maybe reevaluate what you're doing and do it a different time. You can always change up the times, make it different, and again, change up the scenery. Because in these moments, let's say for example with jumping on people, you know, when you start to understand that your dog's doing some bad behavior, jumping on people, and you want to stop that immediately, take your steps from the beginning and slowly work yourself up, okay? Remember, you can use that corrective tool when your dog is jumping on someone and you can say, let me use the unwanted behavior button, click, 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 click till your dog stops. And then once your dog stops, use that rewarding behavior button, bring them closer to you. Or you can simply just show them what you're looking for them because the dog doesn't understand. The dog is excited, the dog has energy, all these different things. So it's up to you next time your friend comes over or next time you're putting this into action, make sure you're showing your dog and setting your dog for success, right? When your friend is saying, hey, I'm gonna come over right now. Amazing, great. Let me know when you pull in or when you're about to come up to the door, okay? So then when your friend gives you a call, hey, I'm about to come up to the door, you can simply be like, okay, for instance, Bruce, come here. Sit. Good, good, sit. Now that I have him ready, right? You can use that beep if you want for that, you know, enjoyable moment. But when that person's gonna come and start knocking on the door and your dog goes there, okay? That's something that's up to you in this moment. You want to bring your dog back, bring them close, you have them sit, have them understand the moment, let your friend come in, and yes, guess what? You're gonna have to do this several times probably, over and over again, repetition. If you have a great friend, which it's probably gonna be a great friend if it's coming over, ask them to go over this a few times with you so that they can better understand. And really you can teach your dog through this moment that you are learning together. And that's what's so fun is you're gonna be able to build this relationship and build this bond. And you'll see step by step when someone comes and knocks on that door or rings the doorbell or whatever it is and comes through, your dog's gonna be sitting here paying attention to you because that's what they know what to do. So again, you guys, I am so happy to be here with you. I really wanna help you guys learn more, have better uses of the Envirox collar, be able to incorporate it in your life, you know, better understand how to correct your dogs, how to reward your dogs. It's one of the most rewarding moments when your dogs can actually understand what you're asking of them. And I'm sure you guys will be just as excited when they start listening to you. So thank you again for tuning in for today's video. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up. It really does support our channel and help us out, and it means so much to us, okay? So make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed and all those bell notifications are turned on so that you never miss a video with us. Comment down below what you guys want to see next, and we'll see you all on the very next video. Bye, everyone.